So this is actually the Ouroboros. The Pleiades is the rattle of the snake, and Serpens is the head of the snake. The Ouroboros is completed when two solar eclipses occur in conjunction with these two constellations. So, for instance, on May 20th, there'll be a solar eclipse that will align to the Pleiades, and on November 13th, there'll be a solar eclipse that will align to Serpens. This will complete the Ouroboros, which is the serpent from the rattle to the head. On the June 26th, Venus will make a transit. This will be the day of the Red Kachina. So you have Blue Star Kachina, May 20th, Red Star Kachina, June 6, 2012, both taking place within the Gemini sign, which is relevant to the Hopi prophecy, which says that the twins will appear in the sky, and then the Blue Star Kachina will remove his mask, the Red Kachina will come, and then the day of purification, which is on down. So this is actually the hieroglyphs that are on the first tablet, which, could look like this, but on the first tablet it looks like this. And this is the inferior conjunction to the Earth and Venus. The Chinese water dragon, 2012 is years of Chinese water dragon, Leviathon, Tehiltosode. This is Tehiltosode's diagram. Basically, Tehiltosode is a water monster who chases first man and all of his kin out of the last age into our age. And they describe the character, and when you draw out the description of the character, you see it has a black horn, a yellow horn, a blue basket in the center of its head, and smoky hair. These are 4 separate events. Each one of them is 26,000 years apart. Each one of them represents a different world. So the white world was 26,000 years ago. It's Tapo caldera. Yellow world, 52,000. Companion, Ignimbrite. 78 was Lake Toba. That was when all but 10,000 human beings died on the planet when this event took place. And 1005 was the Atta caldera in Unagi, Japan. Leviathan is mentioned in the book of Job. The Lord's speech goes through a detailed description of all the cosmic events that will take place leading up to the Leviathan. And the reason I'm moving fast is because this film can only be 15 minutes long to fit on YouTube. So I'm hoping that people will go back and pause this information and read it. May is the month of the Hopi Plaza dances. And this is actually the Hopi prophecy. You'll see the twins in the sky. Blue Star Kachina removes his mask while dancing in the plaza. Not far behind the twins, you'll see the purifier, the Red Kachina, and he will be bringing the red dawn. Then the red dawn will occur. April 4th is the Pleiades-Venus conjunction. Sometime in April, we should start seeing the earthquakes again. That's why I'm trying to post this videos as soon as possible. May 20th is the Blue Star Kachina date, happening within the twins. June 6th. So these two are the twins. The Blue Star Kachina, Pleiades, and Venus are the twins. We see them, they appear in the sky, and then they stay with us. The twins are also known as the Gemini. They were known in Mesopotamia as Enkidu, which means created from Enki, and Enki is the goddess of water. Gilgamesh is the king. These characters are drawn up again and again throughout history. The Navajo, called Na Itigishi, Tu Bagashihimi, is actually what Na Itigishi changes his name into, which means child of water. Nai Nizgahani is a monster slayer. And the Romans called the twins Castor and Pollux. These two are the twins. These two are closely related to the story of Enkidu and Gilgamesh. Castor and Pollux are pretty bastardized. John the Baptist and Jesus, John the Baptizer, basically is the one from the water, and Jesus is baptized in the water by John. The Hopi refer to the astronomical significance of the twins, but refer to the Christ as Pahana, meaning from across the water. The Jews call the twins Moses and Elijah, as Moses is pulled from the water. Elijah and Moses both part the water. The water is actually a reference to the constellation of Aquarius. The twins are the body of the lamb as the shepherd. So the twins are one and the same. There's three characters. There's the twins, basically the body and the spirit forming a single individual, which would be the Christ. And so, as the Navajos say, they are when two rivers meet. When two rivers meet is where you'll find the twins, because they are the same character. The zodiac. Hippocrates calculated 26,000 years was the entire cycle of the zodiac, starting with Aquarius, the deluge bringer. Again, I'm just going to kind of look at this because I want to make sure I have enough time. Fifth sun, fourth earth. Zodiac is over 26,000 years in correlation to the Mayan calendar. Christ calls himself the Alpha and the Omega. Pahana says he is the beginning and the end. Again, NASA claims that only 2 supervolcanic eruptions have occurred in the last 100,000 years, although there's historical and scientific evidence to prove that a super eruption has occurred 4 times, once every 26,000 years, and for some reason it doesn't make any sense to me why NASA would even come out and say some information like that, considering that they're a space program and have nothing to do with super volcanoes. It just seems ridiculous that they would even say anything about it, especially if they're not telling the truth. So March 28th, 2013 is the day of the Venus-Superior conjunction. This will occur one day before Passover, one day before Good Friday. There's a couple lunar events that will occur right around the same period of time. Because the Earth will go through the center of the galactic plane and restart itself, this will cause a magnetic, basically it'll cause the Earth's magnetism to, kind of be intensified, so that when Venus makes a superior conjunction, it will cause a super event, which it does every 26,000 years. The date is significant as far as Passover and the day that Venus passes over, and the Good Friday. It's sort of the way that the ancient people used to they create holidays so they would know when these events would occur again, for our sake. Not to say that the story of the Christ isn't real, because the story of Christ is real. But the Christ is the Savior from the event, just as Noah was. Or, we'll just call him Noah. But Noah was given a forewarning to save all that he could. And the story is told in cultures all over the planet. Moses and Elijah are the twins. Jesus is actually a bastardization of the name. His name is Joshua. The Greek called him Jesus. I assume because of the planet Venus. Venus and Jesus are pretty similar words. And the crucified Christ is actually the star symbol of Venus. So I guess the Gnostic Greeks, while they were hiding their religion, decided to call Venus Jesus, being that both of them represent Yahshua. Alright, try to hurry this up.